The city of Mariupol, which is Ukraine's largest port, is now almost surrounded with the garrison that is there. The Russian side has said that it is nationalist elements that are putting up the stiffest resistance, and that those units belonging to the regular military, to regular formations, that they are choosing to negotiate and in some cases lay down their arms and return to their homes. But it is very difficult to verify this information at this time, because events are developing so quickly and because there are so few reliable reports close to the front lines where it is extremely dangerous. The situation there is that many roads have been mined. We have received reports from the city of Berdyansk, which is halfway between the Crimea and Mariupol, which is the axis of Russian advance, which is where Ukrainian units have planted in the city itself and in the outskirts mines, for example, to surprise and to devastate advancing forces. It is very difficult to reach Mariupol or the vicinity of Mariupol at this point. There have been, according to reports, more than a dozen civilian casualties here in the city of Donetsk, victims of undirected fire into neighborhoods, civilian neighborhoods, places where there are apartment buildings and other houses. We have seen, of course, all over Ukraine, different reactions to this operation. There are certainly civilians who have been happy to see Russian forces, but there have also been those who have been less than happy to see again Russian troops advancing through Ukraine. On the whole, with authorities, with the administrations of various villages and towns, there has been contact. They have been somewhat responsible. They have tried to agree, try to negotiate with Russian forces about responsibilities, for example, about joint patrols with police, being kept up to speed and allowed to do their job, to prevent looting, for example, to prevent crime, murders from taking place in the anarchy that is often left behind after military operations.
We discussed the actions of the military, who aim to enter the city, ensure order and reassure residents. They convinced me that this would not affect the life of the city in any way. There will be order in the city. Our police will patrol it.
There is, of course, also the fact that the Russian military has been keeping us up to date on its statistics, which is how many various military infrastructures, sites, objectives they have destroyed, which is at this point over 1,000, as well as the majority, from what we understand, of Ukraine's air force has been destroyed. Many before being able to take off, many jets, many helicopters, before being able to take off in strikes directed at airports and airfields and hangars and other assets belonging to the Ukrainian Air Force. The West Bank of Kiev is also said to be under the control of the Russian military. The situation in Kiev is, of course, desperate, made much more so after authorities there boasted that they had handed out almost 30,000 assault rifles, 10 million rounds of ammunition, RPGs, as well as grenades to the civilian population. We heard at first that only a passport was required. Then there was footage of people just coming up to boxes and trucks, picking up guns by the dozen and leaving, which has resulted in, as we have seen on social media, again unverified footage, anarchy in the capital of Ukraine. Nevertheless, the Russian side says it is making all efforts to avoid civilian casualties, which includes a ban on bombing or launching rockets and missiles indiscriminately at cities. They're trying to keep all strikes, precision strikes, to military infrastructure sites, and again have reiterated that they are offering Ukrainian forces, those that don't belong to nationalist or neo-Nazi battalions, they're offering them the chance to surrender, that they will be treated with respect and allowed to return to their families.
Now, as Donetsk and Lugansk troops do advance, many of those soldiers do have the opportunity to see loved ones once more. One of them is Alexei Sidorov, who managed to see his parents for the first time after years of being separated by the conflict.
Все рады, что нас отбили, что мы теперь в своей стране.
Я у мамы в гостях, Тань.
Сестра с Луганска звонит его.
Да. Об этой картошке мечтал 8 лет. Мама очень вкусно жарит картошку, очень. И
А грибы?
это домашние грибы.